We need some like Rocky music right now. Let me see if I can even do this information justice because I'm not a lawyer. I don't have the best jargon, but I'm going to do my best to relay this to you. Okay. First of all, the lawyers around the country that have been working on drafting up the letters, and I have the letters, I have the cease and desist, I have the mass tort claims for every state, I have all the letters, copies of the letters, and they said, use them for the country, give them to everybody. That's great news. You don't have to pay a lawyer, okay, to send this information out. Now, there's a couple things here. It gets really good. I might have to draw this. Everybody can hear me, right? Everybody can hear me? Everybody can hear me? Let me turn this.
To send.
Yes. Okay. There's so much to go over, but it's all so good. Okay. Number one, and I can read you the letter. I should probably read it to you a little bit and share it to you. Number one, let me share my screen and read you, which is on the site. Where am I going? Over here. Share screen, share now. Okay. On the SSB site, we put a copy of this letter. We're going to put the cease and desist. We're going to put a copy of every letter that you need under templates. You see this right here? Okay. Yes. Everybody's watching. Good. Under templates, you're going to have copies of all these things that you can send in your counties, in your letter, in your states and everything. And it doesn't matter if they overlap. So here's what's going on. Let me read this to you. This is from a doctor, a lawyer. Okay. You draft a letter to your ACLU, your U.S. attorney for your district, your congresswoman, man, woman, senator, attorney general, whatever. Dear blankety blank, your declaration of a state of emergency for the COVID-19 diagnosis criteria for a series of pneumonia and influenza-related symptoms and the allegations of the existence of a novel coronavirus is based on assumptions that are false. Now you have to wrap your head around this. This was a completely orchestrated exercise, and in the Evil One's documents, it says that it would be completed by September 2020. Okay, it's even in the White House's emergency order, whatever, that it would be completed by September 2020. Now you can read this. I'm going to go through some of this really quickly. According to the International Committee on Taxonomy of Viruses, ICTV, Coronaviridae Study Group, CSG, publication on March 2nd, 2020, the preliminary data suggesting that there was sufficient variation to determine this as a novel virus versus a mutation of known coronaviruses was not based on established scientific principles, but was responsive to the World Health Organization's prior unfounded declaration of novelty of both the virus and a new disease. Boom, number one. There could be no independent verification of the epidemiologic models predicting dire infection and mortality rates, as the underlying models and data were not published, and when sought were reportedly corrupted so as to make their examination impossible. In violation of state law, no medical or scientific evidence was provided to establish causal links between the SARS-CoV-2 and the symptoms of COVID-19, relying instead on foreign government hearsay and conjecture. Since 2003, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and their subordinate organizations, the NIAID and the Centers for Disease Control, CDC, maintained a patent preventing any independent organization from testing for the presence of coronavirus transmissible to humans through 2018, resulting in a complete lack of testing technologies. They blocked it. No state official reviewed for accuracy or veracity any of the casual statements made in the Declaration of Emergency, which contain false, misleading, and terror-inducing statements. You've been punked, people. You've been punked at the highest level. In violation of well-established legal precedent from this Juho versus Williamson and subsequent public health law, arbitrary and capricious rules were insinuated on part of the population that were not applied generally, resulting in the unlawful confinement of a healthy population with no basis in science. Are you getting this? This is going to the highest levels. The governor failed to provide adequate testing to confirm or deny the presence or absence of a novel coronavirus. And based on recent reports from testing of incarcerated persons reported by Reuters, 96% of prisoners testing positive are asymptomatic, demonstrating a failure to establish even a statistical link between the virus and the disease, which is actually an infection. Neither the governor nor any public health officer has followed evidence-based, peer-reviewed clinical science showing that neither social distancing of up to 6 feet of separation nor the wearing of masks has any clinical effect in a healthy population, and that instituting such policies is exclusively for the inducement of terror in the population. As a result of these and other established facts, your orders and those that follow from these orders issued in violation of the state constitution are illegal and unenforceable. I hereby demand that you immediately cease and desist in your suspension of my constitutional rights. Sincerely, and you sign your name, okay? Now, here's all the facts that you can read. There are more letters coming. There are more lawsuits coming, but let me switch back to me. And again, you can read all this. You can copy paste this. You can copy, you need to copy paste this, all these letters, but let me explain something to you. Let me come back here. How do I get back here? I need to, here we go. Stop sharing. Okay, this is what's happening. All the bad guys are in trouble. We're talking at the highest level and the smallest level. So for example, you have a contact tracer. This is how you flip the script. Anyone that is in violation of the constitutional freedoms that we have, anyone, a contact tracer, someone in a, someone that said that they have to enforce something that is unlawful, they also go on the lawsuit. They are in serious trouble. This is a group effort that goes back decades. This is a battle that is not just me, is not just one or two lawyers. This is a battle from all the good guys around the country that have been putting this together. And my understanding is that we all need to file a mass tort claim in our states because we just need to all, even if someone from New Hampshire calls me and says, I want to start a mass tort claim. Okay, great. Even if there's 10 more people that have already started it, the judge puts them together. It doesn't have to be just the CEO of a company. It can be the janitor that tried to enforce it. They're in trouble. Anybody that has stomped on our constitutional rights is in a lot of trouble. So those people training for those contact tracing jobs, whoo, they're in trouble. Any police officers that have been enforcing this, they're in trouble. Now, here's what the lawyers have asked me to relay to you. We're going to sue them civilly, all of them, but they want you to sue them criminally. They want each and every one of you to sue them criminally, and they're giving you the documents so you don't have to go spend money on an attorney or a lawyer. You can go file this paperwork yourself, and they want you to. Now, let me tell you why. Just like in the case of a serial killer, right? If they only have one count, it's not as good as having 20 counts. You can keep them in jail longer. That's what they're asking for. It is time for everybody to do their duty. This is going to the top level. This is how you drain the swamp. You have the president, and you have whatever good guys are engaging down here as civil servants, and you have us up here, and you create a pressure cooker, and you literally squeeze these people in these unlawful organizations, you squeeze them to death. And so down here at our civil servant level, the president and the attorney general and whatever good guys and girls exist in here. Fortunately, we usually see the bad guys, you know, the governors and the tyrants. We see them more because they're connected to the fake news television. But they're ready. They're ready. Let me show you. Let me show you what Attorney General Barr said when I share my screen again. Gosh, I hate Zoom navigation. It's really hard. Attorney General Barr 3 weeks ago says right here, the Department of Justice will look at it, and if people bring lawsuits, we will file statement of interest and side with the plaintiffs. Every one of you can take part in draining the swamp. We can do it together. That's what they mean when they say we are all in this together. Do you get what's going on right now? Do you really get what's going on? It's happening. It's happening. And it's only going to happen if you, the people, I don't even know if you can see that. Let me see what you see. Yes, we, the people, right up here at the top, that are in control. Patriots are now in control. We are the news. We have more than we know. This is it. This is the end game. We have letters to send to your schools on our website. We have cease and desist letters. We have mass tort claim. This is where all the money that they have stolen from us comes back to us. We're talking billions, trillions to come back to our country. Look what little old me just did to help awaken the giant in America. Look what banding together just a few people. Can you imagine if each one of you just took the paperwork and just got it filed and listed all the businesses? I have lists of businesses on the coordinatedcitizen.com. You can report a violation, and we'll make sure that it gets all added together. What's happening? Isn't that amazing news? This isn't just, this is great news. I want to see if there's any questions. There's hundreds of people watching right now. Look at me, I'm such a goof. 81 comments. Yeah, this is how you peaceably assemble and get your documents in order. Hey guys, hey. Yeah, don't worry about that, Sonny. Don't worry about that. We'll address that too. I know you're not talking about me saying I'm a government worker. I'm not. No, it wouldn't work for them. First of all, I don't like commitments. I wouldn't want to have a job where I have to actually leave the house and like get dressed and go somewhere every day. I wouldn't like that. Yes, Natalie, yes. And your daughter's graduation will have a nice big win. Yes, and get all the students together. That's called a mass tort claim. So you're going to sue them civilly and you're going to sue them criminally. Yep, yep, yep. So I am just, you know, passing on the information. They asked me to put it on the site and get it out to you guys. So go to the SSBA site over the next couple days, get your paperwork in order. I will keep posting it there. And I just wanted to share that with you. I've got to get back to things, and did I forget anything? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. All right, well, that's it for today. And then I'll just keep going behind the scenes and talk soon.